There's value in knowing how to build your model from scratch, but there's also value in saving time and ending up with a clean file. Meet the GUI. The GUI is intended to increase productivity and create cleaner models. Traditionally, we tend to take existing models and change them for our needs. However, most of the time we end up copying and pasting and leaving in code that's not needed. The GUI can help you build your own set of models with your own criteria and functionality. Open a terminal window and go to the GUI directory. Run the sstgui.py file. Note this requires Python 3. The GUI has 3 tabs: Model Creator, Subcomponent Creator, and Model Connector. You want to first enter a model name. The Model Directory field shows where your model will be saved. If you want to change the location, simply click Browse Directories. Starting with the Model Creator tab. This tab contains the available templates. If you double-click the template name, a description of the template appears in the section at the bottom. So let's click a template to select it. Then, once we click Generate Open Files, the editor pops open, which includes all of the files from the template. All of the boilerplate information is already included, so the only thing you need to worry about is the functionality of your model. Once you have your model created, click Compile Model. Assuming your model was built successfully, click Run Model. The output appears in the section at the bottom. Looking at the Subcomponent Creator tab, it's a bit like the Model Creator tab, except it reads the prototype for the subcomponents directly from the component's header file, instead of using a predefined template. Click Browse Header Files to locate a file where a subcomponent is defined. Let's take a look at our car wash. Select the appropriate file and click Open. The GUI looks in the file and recognizes there's a subcomponent for a car wash that you can add. Make sure you give it a good name. Click on Car Wash Bay in the available subcomponents type list and click Generate Files. We get a framework for a new subcomponent. We get stubs for all of the functions for which we need to create a new type of bay. If we switch over to the Model Connector tab, we'll see a list of the available components. If you double-click the component name, a description of the component appears in the section at the bottom. To simulate our earlier example of the car wash where we had 2 wash bays and we added a third. To start, we need to make sure to change the model name so it does not conflict with the model we created from the template earlier. Select Car Generator and click New Component. Then select Car Wash and click New Component again. Then, if we wanted to add the 3 bays, we simply select Bay and then the car wash component on the right and click Add Subcomponent 3 times. This adds the bay from the left to the component selected on the right. Once you click Generate Open Files, we have the beginnings of a project driver file. The components are already set up with default values. We would just need to connect the car wash and car generator together and make a few of the bays accept large cars. Then, click Run Model, and in the section at the bottom, we see our traditional model output similar to what we saw earlier. The GUI also has a Help and a Tools menu in both corners at the top. The Help menu includes help for each tab and menu. while the Tools menu includes extra tools that may help when developing your model. From the Tools menu, select Graph Model. Then, if we select the project driver for the car wash and click Open, the GUI creates a variety of graphs. Some of the graph layouts will work better for your needs than others. Select the one best for you. To view a description of each graph, click Tools in the Help menu. A description of each graph displays in the section at the bottom. The graphing tool can be used to check that your model is set up correctly, or to show someone else what you created.